Hey, how's it going? So today we're going to talk about that famous phrase, if you build it, they will come. But my question to you is, if you build it, will they come, right? It's one of those things that you're wondering about if you build a blog site, if you build a website, if you build a fan page, right? If you build an Instagram account, all these things, will they come? Right, we'll get into that in a second, but first, my name is Jean-Serge Gagnon. I help you create digital courses so you can live your life on your terms. And just as I leave work here, I walk by this cute little park every day. There's a bunch of kids here today. Actually, so nice that they're out here playing in the water. Right? It's one of those little kids parks. But you know, when we talk about building something, when we talk about building a website or an Instagram account, or a fan page on Facebook, or even like a LinkedIn account or anything else, right? If you build anything, I don't know if you've seen that movie. By the way, make sure you let me know where you're watching from and say hello so I can say hi back. I really love to connect with new people. So go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. But you might have seen this movie, right? The movie Field of Dreams. That movie is with Kevin Costner, and it's about I forget, it's been so long since I watched it, but I think it's his father that died when he was young, and he really wanted to play baseball, and there's this whole story about building a baseball field in his field, in his cornfield or something, right? And the story goes that somehow, I don't know, an angel or something tells him, if you build it, they will come, right? So he builds this field, and it's all about, I probably shouldn't spoil it if you haven't seen the movie, but you gotta watch it. It's a really good movie. But when we talk about your normal life online, maybe not normal, but your life online, if you're trying to build a business online, if you're trying to create courses, trying to generate some income from an online business, you might be wondering, I just got to build a blog site, and I'm going to get a whole bunch of people coming to it. They're going to buy my stuff, and everything's going to be great. Or I just got to create a course, put it out there, and then people are just going to come buy it, right? Well, unfortunately, it's not that simple. So the question, if you build it, will they come, is, yeah, sure, they'll come. But not just if you build it. Just building it is not enough. Unfortunately, you also have to learn lots of other skills. But, you can do it. You can figure out all those other skills that you got to learn. And it's true that you have to build it. You have to build it, because if you don't build it, they're not going to come. That's the thing, right? It's not that if you build it that they'll come. It's more, if you don't build it, they're not going to come. They won't have a place to come to, right? So you do have to do, depending on what you're trying to do, right? You do have to do your blog site, or maybe you're wanting to create a course, or you want to create a site where you talk about all your courses, right? All this you got to do. If you don't do, they're not going to come. But if you build it and you don't do anything else, they're not going to come either. So you got to learn how to do things like do regular posts on social media. You got to create one of the things that I learned in my personal branding courses is that you have to build, engage before you can sell your audience. You got to build an audience. You got to engage with that audience, and then you'll be able to sell to that audience, right? And that's because, building an audience, there's no, if you don't have an audience, you can't sell, right? And if you're not engaged with your audience, they're not going to know, like, and trust you, which is also essential before they'll buy from you. So it's all these things. And if you're interested in learning more about that stuff, just reach out. Let's have a conversation. I'd love to help you to understand all the pieces you need to work on. It's not too complicated. It just takes a while to get a handle on everything, but you can do it. Anybody can do it. I've been doing it for a couple of years, and I know you can do it too. So let's have a conversation, and let's get you going, all right? So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you liked this video, I'd really appreciate it if you shared it. That would make my day better. And like I told you before, there's also a 5-day free challenge on how to create your very first course. You create your first course in 5 days. So make sure you get on my list to be notified when that happens. Just comment below or send me a message and I'll get you on that list. All right, have yourself a great day. We'll talk again tomorrow.